Maxie's ready, and Tim English is going to start in the ruck. So we'll see how that is handled as the year goes on for the Bulldogs. Free kick is going to Harms. He'll be looking for a big year. Back in the midfield, it seems. He goes deep. It's coming off hands. Gardner playing in front of Jackson. Bailey Smith tried to make his way through. The ball stays in. And we're going to have a ball up. Big pre-season, see what he can contribute this year. Smith's handball intercepted straight away. And D's through. Neil Bullen can get that inside kick to Petrarca. So he'd love to start with a pinpoint kick from 40 metres out. And that's working its way back, but not far enough. Opening score.
Petrarca can play forward. Oliver can spend time forward.
Daniel looking to pinpoint Norton.
That's a great mark against pretty good opposition in Gawn.
It probably would have gotten a bit of a shock last year that the teams weren't as interested as you might have thought in a player like Tom McDonald, but the door is open now with Ben Brown and Sam Wiedemann out of the side.
O'Dale can creep inside 50 and gives it a thump. And gives the Bulldogs the first goal.
Because the rules are now designed to allow the kicker space and time.
The template is there to say, here, we'll make this a game for kickers. What we'll do to help.
In goal, young Tom Sparrow in there, another in the rotations for the Demons, but it is another Bulldogs ball out of the middle. Hunter with the give. McRae with a searing ball. And beautifully marked by Vandermeer. Got to kick it exactly 50 metres just to make the goal line. He's covered the journey just fine, but hits the post. Great hands from Wallace. McRae just outstretched hands of Hunter again. Jetta getting pretty vigorous and aggressive. He's given away the free. Second for metres gained. So despite his issues at the start of the year, he gave plenty when he got back into the team. And the umpire has paid the mark. And it's going to Bailey Smith.
Sort of hands in the back.
So he'd like a better return than that in terms of accuracy, but he's never online. It's in the crush. Chandler. Vandenberg tried to brush off Libber. That's no easy task.
Great.
Hunt got hacked down in the tackle, and that's also nothing easy about that. Petrarca calling for it. Now there's some height, but he did try and thread the needle through to Petrarca. Stayed around about. Quick kick for goal.
Tommy Sparrow.
Tom Sparrow's put it through. To Gawn. Bit of a mismatch in size there with Scott. Out to Nathan Jones. 294-game veteran. Driving ball was a good one. Give the D's the lead here, or tie the scores up. Liberatore tidies that up, at least in terms of getting possession. The kick was a bit of a helicopter job forward. Oh, beautifully taken, and Lockie McNeil into an open goal. He shakes his head and showed that he had leg speed that perhaps people didn't realise, and he was terrific in a premiership team as that's kicked through for a behind by Lipinski. Scott gets a push in the back.
In possession count at the moment.
Scott took the last list spot, vacated by the retired Sam Lloyd. Part of that successful VFL program. Beautiful kick. I love that. Well done. Bontempelli gets a quick crack at goal, and that's going to fade away to the wrong side.
Clear the area.
Jackson didn't fly, but he did take the mark. Quickly off to Neil Bullen. Promising move this time.
Oh, well done.
Free kick is paid against.
And get it to the centre of the ground. Mark or either punch the ball on. On this occasion, they were set up much better ahead of the footy. So
Fritsch, who missed a tough shot for goal earlier, makes the most of this opportunity and puts through Melbourne's second goal. A number of things the coaches are working at the moment in terms of what they can change, perhaps, as this game progresses. McRae with a low, beautifully delivered ball under the chest of Stephen Martin. Played 57 games a long time ago with Melbourne before he went to Brisbane. And now he's a Bulldog and he hits the post. So it's on trend with the Doggies in this opening term, juggling successfully.
He's one of the reasons, Stephen May. That's not a great kick.
Not at all. Norton taken high.
Well, he's only had himself to blame. He should have had the ball out of the zone.
The biggest indicator of how big an impact he has for them this year is just how often he can deliver those big key forward performances. The last inside 50 was really interesting. So the the Bulldogs player coming out of the centre bounce was under a little bit of pressure, but
not going to go any further. McNeil kicks them inside. Dunkley took it, kicked it, and very nearly goaled it.
Surprised he didn't take off. Melbourne just run straight.
Morton's still loose here.
Nice plays for either he or English. And the big number 44 drags it down. 11 last year. Top 10 finish in the best and fairest. Despite those questions over him in the ruck. He slots that through. A big smile, what about that? And he certainly went to Riley West straight away to thank him for the delivery. Jones was telling, just able to keep it going. Harms with a bit of a speculative handball. It ends with Petrarca, but Martin was onto him. Harms just couldn't quite get strong enough in the right angle to get the ball back to goal. Harms couldn't really slip the tackle. Again, the ball comes loose. McRae to Bontempelli.
Dog pressure's been great. Multiple occasions.
Right, little set-up kick. It got through everybody, and Lockie Hunter takes the grab. Hunter to cap it off.
Oh, he's one of the few we might give the benefit of the doubt to, the ball.
Williams.
Great kick.
Get to half forward again. Maybe this time. Bontempelli is afraid of the Dogs. They might pay the advantage. Which the Bont takes with a goal. Greeted by the big smile from David Roden.
He's doing it at both ends and in the middle of the ground. It's just flushed that from outside 50. So 17 touches, 11 contested.
Spoil from Keith was good. Martin puffed out the cheeks in determined fashion. Baker, impressive with the footy, but not so much once he kicked it. And through for a behind. Last year, he's back on the rookie list for the moment. Chandler a handball. Neil Bullen doesn't take the shot because Max Gorn was looming large. And just pops the kick back to Bailey Fritsch. Bailey Fritsch with one goal and one miss so far. He improves that. Puts it through for his second. 2 out of the Demons' 3 goals in this game so far. Likely to play. 10 points the margin now. As we said, Jones is on the move. Getting it deep. It's 4-1, although Fritsch stayed down. He was still there, and he helped in the end because the path was clear for Neil Bullen. Good determination from Melbourne. Gordon. They had help on the outside. And the kick in the end was okay from Spargo. They've ended up quite wide. Chandler's kick just reaches the square.
Great effort.
There's the hard running of Neil Bullen again rewarded.
Pace, go quicker ball movement by hand, and the defence has been found wanting.
Neil Bullen already a goal kicker. Gets around and amazingly puts Melbourne in front. 3 consecutive goals. And they hit the lead as well as in this quarter. So teams have adjusted. Bontempelli to the square. Bruce is behind May. Did he give him a nudge? He's got the mark.
This will be good for his confidence. Any hand in the fullback is a free kick, Stephen May said. I don't think that's right.
No, it's not.
I'm sure it's not.
Someone needs to tell him. The rules have been updated.
Yeah, last year.
Josh Bruce kicks it through. Stephen May still arguing. But the Dogs regain the lead. Jackson reaches over with the extra leap. Melbourne reap the benefits. Jordan stretching out the handball to Tom McDonald. Into the pocket. He has to wait a while for it to arrive, but Fritsch wraps his hands around it. Well, still will be next time he shoots for the big sticks. Takes the mark, but the clock might beat him. Stephen May says, I'm going to have a shot. And the umpire says, no, you played on. Bad luck anyway. It's fallen well short. Gawn wins the first tap. Straight away, McRae comes away with it. English leading up to the ball. Just got nudged out of position, and it's a push. According to the umpire, Tomlinson argues his case. Bulldogs player. But right now we're watching Tim English kick from 50. It's just falling away to the right. Thornton. Lever fights through. Oh, look at that from Hayden Crozier.
He makes a habit of it. It's part of forward play, which you really only get by being out there. And
got a last goal of the second term to get back to the lead after Melbourne put 3 consecutive goals somewhat against the trend of the game. Bontempelli is blasted away from long range, and he's hit it nicely. First goal of the third off the boot of the one and only.
If he can start to get value for his possessions, I mean, his ball used to be great tonight, but he adds this to his game. Oh, and there's Aaron Moore. Gee, you don't like seeing that, Rui.
You just hope that the fact that he was actually able to play out the rest of that second quarter after the incident.
Did you see him?
He looked very, very sore.
Crozier, can he get the touch on the kick? Well, he can, because Bruce has taken the mark.
Didn't complete the mark, but it was a beautiful kick.
Josh Bruce tries to work his way through the angles. He wasn't too far off, but he misses left. He is to have that breakout season. High kick into the pocket. Big numbers all around. Off balance. Oh, Bontempelli!
Don't waste
Save
it in the
it!
pre-season.
Save it! Stop doing it now, please, Bont!
Game.
Just take him off.
You're right, though. You don't want to waste them. You don't want to waste them. He gets home tonight and he thinks, gee, I've played well today.
How many Brownlow
but
you
you don't get it.
McRae, his 17th disposal, deposits it top of the square. Tomlinson, immediate pressure from West. Langdon spinning, hoping to find the line, which I think he has. Hunter decides to hand off to McRae. Hasn't been too shabby either. Top of the square, and Lipinski gets a gift. Perfectly placed, Patrick Lipinski. And the Bulldogs are running the goals through now. Caleb Daniel's short as well, but it hasn't stopped him being so influential. Lipinski, a clean pair of heels, and the delivery perfect. Josh Bruce takes the mark.
Well, the difference there was Melbourne had an opportunity to rebound. It was
For them. Watching Josh Bruce right now. He's got plenty of the kick, and it's dead straight. So a lot to like about the Western Bulldogs in this third term. Spargo, they need something. Maybe Petrarca can counter. It wasn't the best looking kick, but it's effective enough. Fritsch into the pocket, surely. A goal coming up for the D's. Yes. Chandler puts it through. A long time.
I wouldn't want to lose him.
Lever with the fist. Jackson could launch. He softened the kick, and it was to good effect. Bailey Fritsch can have the shot for goal. It's going to be contact injuries too, rather than a myriad of soft tissue injuries. It's only behind for Bailey Fritsch.
He's got work to do, but I'm pretty sure they'll find a slot for it.
Yeah, I don't think Josh agreed that his spot was in doubt, did he? For round one?
No.
English delivered, pushing through the hands of Wallace. Gee, we've seen McNeil a few times. That's the dash we talked about.
Good
and
boy.
He's capped it off with a goal.
You don't know what's going to happen. We've already seen a hell of a lot of injuries this year, and he looks like he's just got good footy sense. Some goal sense, clearly.
Wallace, who hasn't had a big say in proceedings. The vice-captain. Caleb Daniel. Delightful touch.
There's two parts to that. When you kick off the ground like that, you're losing all control and handing the footy back.
So at least if you go to pick it up, you keep the ball in tight, but great skill and vision from Caleb Daniel.
And deserved a goal. And that's exactly what they get in return. 6 for the quarter. Everyone wants a touch, including Lockie Hunter. May knocks it away from Bruce, but the Dogs just keep on coming. Bailey Dale finds a way to sneak forward and kick a goal. Spent most of his time in defence, but he certainly knows where the goals are at
times, and Melbourne were able to turn it over, but then just couldn't capitalise going back the other way. When the Bulldogs were actually vulnerable, they were...
Get himself some room to put some impetus on the kick. Karmas made the spoil. Bedford's out there for Melbourne now. He got things rolling with a handball, and Fritsch is going to end up with it. So Melbourne answers smartly. Tommy McDonald also involved. Sum it all up. He screws it back. Well done, Max Gawn. Hands and knees. Bit of grit shown here by the Demons. They need to. That's holding the ball. Oh, Crozier.
Well, they've called it a night for him.
Yep.
The fact
Pinsky. He's having a good afternoon. That's a beautiful strike from Patrick Lipinski. His feet as just about everyone fell over. Liberatore, Bailey Williams already on the charge. The Dogs. West. It's back to him. Full head of steam. He doesn't quite hit it the way he would have liked there, Williams. Liberatore. And then almost to the boundary. Baker coming hard the other way. And Petrarca kicks a much-needed goal. The most welcome goal for the D's. Not quite as far as scoring himself goes, but in a dangerous position. Lipinski, as we said, doing it at both ends. Oh, Petrarca with brute strength. It slides across the face and through for a behind. Out until round 6 and kicked 53 goals. And it just hasn't been able to get anywhere near that since. He's got the opportunity. He's got the footy right now. Kicks it deep, and Max Gawn takes them up. Over the Ox. A metre. Lovely kick from Max. Slots it through. And it's back to 29.
Leading forward, not necessarily you camp under it.
Gee, that's a good lead from big Timmy English.
We're in trouble here.
Oh, Mays.
Off. Oh, he hasn't moved. Stephen Moak. I'm guessing, but you stay down like that.
Just might have worn it across the middle.
He's holding his head there.
Yeah. It is important too for English to convert.
From 45, he just misses to the left. It could be significant. It's been almost a perfect day in terms of what we've seen out on the field for the Bulldogs. And that's a nice snap as well. So everyone's getting a feel. Scott kicks the goal. Anthony Scott has the bot with the mark and the beautiful kick. Slide by Bruce. A little nonchalant give to Bailey Smith. Lipinski. He's having an excellent afternoon. He's kicked.
Go down for a full assessment. Fingers crossed, nothing too serious, Hutto.
So Lipinski fires it through for another goal. 3 for the afternoon. 15 for the Western Bulldogs. Deck to the square. Smith coming one way.
I think people will be looking at the Bont for all the major awards.
Right on that.
Although he looked, wait to see with Stephen Mate.
Then the Saints, the Giants and the Cats in round 4.
Oh, there you go. There the Dogs recruiters have just cracked the stubby and gone, yep, we've got this one right. It's a one game, I know, but it looks to be borne out in their performances.
I've got to say, I know there's salary cap and other things to think about. Assistant. 44 points as it stands. Baker seeks to slipper into that. That wasn't far off the mark either from Scott. He's already kicked a couple of goals. And then, in fact, it's Bedendo who boiling ends up getting it back. Just away from Riley West. Dogs had the numbers. Nathan Jones steps up and puts it through. What about Nathan Jones then? What are you expecting this year? He's Yeah, medical room would be the main concern for him, wouldn't it, I would think. Yep. So the siren sounds to end this clash between the Bulldogs and Melbourne and their preparations for the big time, which is not that far away. And in the end, sheer weight of numbers and dominance from the Western Bulldogs told.